Hey chat, and welcome to what's hopefully going to be the final setup video for my gaming, my studio, my streaming room. But now we're not just a room, we're a building. Over the years, you've seen me go from a couple TVs in my living room to a room upstairs in a home we were renting to my very first built-out studio in our first home alongside the first SpeakEZ. And this room, this building, has been something that I kind of built off of the idea of SpeakEZ, which was a room that was built for hanging out with friends, a room I could work in, I could stream in, but I could also enjoy in my downtime. So without any more ado, SpeakEZ 2, or just SpeakEZ. The concept for SpeakEZ really was I wanted to have a space with 3 specific setups in it for whatever style of streaming or video content creation or entertaining I wanted to do. On one side of the room, we have 2 arcade machines. In the middle of the room, we have a BFGD television, large screen display for couch co-op. And on another side of the room, we have a standard desk setup, which I moved to recently. I'd always gamed on TVs. I'd always streamed with large TV screens, and I've condensed my everyday setup to 2 ultra-wide monitors, which are monstrous, with a standard widescreen in the middle, and we'll go over the details of all these stations. Each station is equipped with an Elgato Stream Deck. We have an XL on the desk and 2 standard sizes on the arcade machine and next to the couch. Each setup is also equipped with a Lumix GH5 camera with varying lenses depending on what we're trying to do. The main setup has 2 Elgato key lights, and the arcade setup also has an Elgato key light. I wanted to make it so we could have free motion in the room, kind of going off of the original design of my first SpeakEZ, and have some wireless lav mics. We've hidden the wireless lavs in a closet in the back of the room, so whenever we're going to be on couch co-op or playing at the arcade machines, we have the option to have one of 4 wireless lav mic packs with us. Looking at the desk, for screens, for starters, we are using 2 49-inch Samsung ultra-wide 1440p monitors, both running at 120 hertz. In the middle of the desk, we have a 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz Asus monitor, where that's all my primary gaming is done while we're streaming. For my mixing board, I'm still using the RC505 loop station. I really like the vocal quality tone I get off of it. I really don't have to use any sort of extra preamp because it has a preamp within it. That feeds into a Steinberg UR44, which then goes into my streaming PC. And talking about the streaming PC, it's equipped with 3 different capture cards and has 2 Magewell Pro Capture quads. I went with these because they can use 4 simultaneous inputs at once, and I needed 2 of them. We have 4 camera angles going on in the room. We have consoles in the center of the room. We have arcades at the other side of the room. And I wanted to be able to capture any of these signals at any time, potentially all at once, if need be. When I set out to make this studio, I wanted it to be versatile. I wanted it to be something that was kind of future-proof, that if I had an idea, I could implement it into my setup, or it wouldn't be too hard to adjust the setup to make it work. So inside the capture PC, we have the 2 Magewells, and then we also have an Elgato 4K 60 Pro to capture from my gaming PC. We're not going to go into specifics on specs of these, because these are going to change over the years, and we have a new PC refresh coming this year as well. But the basic part of it is my gaming PC has a triple clone out from its DP, another DP, and then its HDMI slot. So we're cloning the same signal once to my main monitor, once to the BFGD in the center of the screen, and then another time into the capture card. That way I can mirror my display and play from my gaming PC anywhere in the room that I want to. If I want to sit on the couch with a controller and play some couch co-op from PC games, I could do that effortlessly. Also, it's super easy because when we were constructing the room, I had them make a conduit that goes from my main setups corner to the middle of the room, which comes out under the couch. So we have a USB hub in the middle of the room that also has power running to the middle of the room. So if I ever have peripherals that I want to use from either my streaming PC or my gaming PC while sitting on the couch, it's effortless. In the center of the room, we kind of have a centerpiece with a BFGD. which is a massive frickin' display. It is a 4K, 120 hertz, low latency PC monitor that is 65 inches large. The way I wired the room, like I said, is so I can mirror the input both from my streaming PC, but not only that, I can mirror the input from either of the arcade machines individually to the center of the room in case I have friends over or in case I'm playing something with a controller and I just want to sit on the couch. I can do that. If I have friends who are here and they just want to chill, they're visiting from out of town, they could chill on the couch, whether I'm streaming or whether we're hanging out or we're playing at the arcade machine, someone's playing something at the PCs, they could sit on the couch and enjoy the gameplay because it's all mirrored back to that BFGD in the middle of the room. Looking over at the arcade machines, they're both from a company called Extreme Home Arcades. I got the first one, the pedestal, back when we made the original SpeakEZ, and I wanted to get a second arcade machine for the room in case I have friends over or people are visiting or if I'm streaming off of that. It's all Versatility in here, and also they're fucking gorgeous background pieces for the room. Both of them are equipped with thousands of games, any emulator you could think of, and also linked to my Steam account so I can have current PC games playable on these arcade machines. They're gorgeous. The controls are awesome. They're versatile, just like that's really the key word of the room is versatility. Anything you think of, you can have it on these machines. It's mirrored everywhere in the room. I could play it standing up, sitting down, over at the desk. No matter what I want to do, what mood I'm in, I could do it. When building the room, I really want to think about what about the future? Small story, back in the old SpeakEZ, my old house got struck by lightning and a bunch of the wiring got really messed up inside SpeakEZ. I had HDMI cables that died, USB cables that were kind of iffy after the lightning strike, but I was kind of in a tough scenario because all of the wiring was in wall or in ceiling and there was real no way to get to it if we didn't cut into the wood paneling that I put in the room. So for this room, I decided to put together a removable baseboard system. The baseboards around the entire perimeter of the room are held in place by magnets, and there is a 2-inch by 2-inch conduit gap behind the baseboards where we can hide HDMI cables, replace them when new HDMI cables or video cable standards become available. There's also PVC conduits up through some of the walls that run into the quote-unquote server closet where I have the wireless lab system in case I ever need to replace anything like Ethernet cables or what have you. I wanted it future-proof. I wanted to be able to run wiring easy, and that's what we did. In the back of the room, we've got a massive concrete table, and next to that we have some room for seating with a custom SpeakEZ table made by Impact Woodwork. I've also got a custom kegerator with wheels on the bottom. It's mobile in case we want to move it around the room or in case I want to use it for parties in the house or whatever. But we had a custom casing made by my buddy Joe to fit the style of the room, since he is the contractor I worked with to make everything in this room. It was my design, and then him and his guys put it all together, and it's just really come together beautifully. So I had them also create this custom casing for a Summit 2-handle kegerator. It has a wood wrap on it and a concrete countertop, so it's really resistant in case there's spills or anything like that. Talking about the work in the room, I decided to go above and beyond for the ceiling and the lighting in the room. I wanted to have something that was visually impressive on stream, but also something that felt really warm and inviting. So I went with a 9-panel coffered ceiling. But the real star here are the Philips Hue lights that I've put in here. Any color palette you could think of, the Hue lights can hit. I can also integrate them with the stream, so the lights can flash and flicker and do different animations based on the alerts that are playing on stream. This is a space that I've been designing and dreaming up for years. We really started like the drawing phase of it in mid-2019. I started planning the wire runs. I started planning the placement of things. And streaming out of here has been... It's been magical. It's been nothing short of amazing. This is a dream room. I'm incredibly lucky to have been able to build a space like this. Everything in here I bought myself, minus the equipment from Elgato. Thank you guys very much for providing the stream decks and the key lights and the capture cards. You guys are awesome. But everything else is something that I shot for and picked and really wanted to put together on my own. And it's been such an incredible experience to dream it, draw it, build it. And now we're here every day, and I love it. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. Leave your comment in the comment section below. And hopefully we will never, ever, ever have to do another one of these setup videos because I can't imagine streaming anywhere else. See ya.